Good morning, Hilda. You want to come walk around with me? Yeah? This is Sunday, Memorial Day weekend. I'm going to do a quick walk around, hopefully quick, just to remind myself what's going on this time of year on the property. The blackberries are almost all finished. We got a good crop this year. There's still probably a pint or maybe a pint left to harvest. But then I'm going to be cutting it back and getting it ready for next year and remulching. This is our parsley. It's going to seed. I'm going to let it completely go to seed so I can collect the seeds and share them and also replant. We're a little bit in a transition. Marcel's got a project going on here, so I mean it always looks messy here, but it's a little bit messier than usual. There's some more parsley here. This is Italian parsley and it's going to seed. I'm going to be collecting this seed as well. And it's a little bit wild here. I've got goji berries, but the parsley is pretty much taken over everything. So I really need to get in here once I get the seeds collected and clean this up. So our morning glories are doing pretty well. I was hoping that they would be more prolific, but that's okay. They're still growing. Nasturtiums down here have gotten pretty much taken over by the morning glories. I expected that to happen. I've got some pruning to do. I've got some separating to do with the torch lilies. And it's pretty wild, but you know, it's good for the bees. It doesn't have to look pretty all the time. This is hummingbird bush. Does really, really well here. Russian sage. Esperanza. I've got several different kinds of Esperanza. And so everything here is doing good. I'm going counterclockwise today. I've got more morning glories I planted here. And so they're starting to pretty much take off. We'll see. I haven't tried that variety before. These are Esperanzas. These are about 2 years old. This guy, I just planted him out. I took cutting from him last year and kept him alive in the greenhouse, and so he's ready to go. This is eventually going to all be beds. This is a bed I'm working on right now, and I kind of can show you how I do the reverse hugel beds. I dig down deep, and then I fill halfway with wood, and then I backfill with dirt. And when I pull this dirt out, it's very, very rocky. I don't even know if you can see there's lots of rocks. So I sift out the rocks, and then I use this in pathways. And it's a little labor intensive, but you know, I got more time than money. And this is the African blue basil. Behind there is, well, there's a couple weeds, but there's also growing some yams, I hope. Right there. Well, so I think only one of them really took off, maybe two. And over here, back behind that fence is our new blackberries. They're thornless, and they've got a lot of blackberries on them, which I wasn't expecting. But pretty much next year will be the year for them. This is our mulberry tree that we've decided to let grow. It was sort of a bird poop tree. And Marcel did the weeding in there yesterday and still have some to do. And the roses have taken a break, but they'll bloom again. The sunflowers are doing really good. And then we've got cantaloupe. These guys haven't set fruit yet, but up here these have. Got lots of cantaloupes. I've got, I think, 2 varieties growing, and I'm in the process right now of just widening the bed, and they're taking up more room than I thought they were going to. But so I'm weeding back, pulling the electric fence further this way, and then mulching. But yeah, see, they're looking good. And the sunflowers, we're pretty much just growing them for the bees and everybody else that likes to hang out here. And we still have some Swiss chard growing, which is mostly for the chickens. And then this is our watermelon patch and African blue basil. And there's one watermelon there. I haven't counted the watermelon because I'm trying not to walk around in there too much. But there's one right there hanging. So we'll see what happens. Hello, honey.
Hey, sunshine.
And our fig tree, well, it's loaded. But we won't have real harvest until July. Right now, there's every once in a while we get a fig, a ripe fig. So, and that's some stuff I'm working on. Some things that I've replanted and cuttings I've taken, and I've got some basil here that I need to transplant. And this is the garden, which looks horrible right now because we've had some unexpected things happen in our life, and so I haven't spent as many hours out here as I normally do. Let's see. Cucumbers. And then in here, which is terribly overgrown, this is our okra, one of the rows, and this is our cherry tomato row, and it's doing really well. We're eating a lot of cherry tomatoes right now. And then this is our Middle Eastern tomato row, and I think we've gotten one ripe tomato from these guys, but they're doing really good. They're very interesting, and I think it's a good match. There's some in here. There's some in here. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, so we're gonna have to harvest those. Let me pull these. I don't think Marcel's seen these. He's the one who usually harvests the tomatoes. So, yeah, anyway. And so that's what's going on there. There's some pole beans, which we just sort of half-heartedly did. And everything else is from the previous season. I'm letting these guys go to seed. Beautiful flowers. I'm letting these guys go to seed so I can collect the seeds. And I've already collected seeds from our red romaine. And then I'll be collecting seeds from these guys probably soon. And more Swiss chard. And then more okra. And hopefully I'll be able to spend more time. I've just decided I'm just going to get up early and work here before the children wake up and before it gets too hot, because there's no magic fairy that's going to come out here and do this. And I think that's pretty much it as far as what's going on. Right now it's just keeping it clean, cleaning it up. We're not going to plant anything new, and the beds that aren't already planted I'll be preparing for the fall, because that's where we do most of the vegetable gardening. Okay, this has already been almost 9 minutes, so I'm going to turn this off.